just doing that movie, period. Talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, talking to Jamie Foxx every day, talking to Reginald Hudlin, talking to Quentin Tarantino just being around all these amazing people. Christoph Waltz and
He's incredible.
he's incredible,
Yeah,
man.
he
He
is
really
really
is. And
incredible.
Walton Goggins was one of the greatest actors in the world, period.
Mm.
Just talking to these cats every day and just learning so much because there was, man, I'm telling you, Leonardo DiCaprio was just willing and able, just willing to give me information. And I was sitting there taking it all. I was like, that thing changed my life. My whole life changed, my whole career, and my mentality changed after doing that movie.
When you did Django, especially knowing, I mean, that again, I would not put in the category of the fatigue slave movie
Right.
because,
He
that
killed
was
everybody.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he got to kill everybody. Spoiler alert for
I know,
those who
right?
still haven't seen
Yeah.
it. And especially the part where he whoops the white man, which is like hilarious.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It was like almost a slave comedy. It was
Right,
like,
it was.
so-
It was,
yeah,
it's
because
a
I still
comedy
can't get over the role that mentor and friend of yours, Sam Jackson, playing Steven.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He acted all the way up
He did,
in
man.
that movie.
Yo, he told me, like, after he saw Harriet, he was like, oh, you about to get it worse than I got it.
Yeah,
He
because
said, "You about to
he
get
got
worse
it
than
a
I
little
got it." He
bit.
got a little bit. I got the smoke.
Yeah,
But he was like, nah. But I said, but he's beyond reproach.
right.
Let's keep it real. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, yeah, he can do whatever he wants to do. This man's 72 years old.
Which is hard to believe,
He looked like he like 45.
right?
Like, yeah, he lives a really good lifestyle. He lives an amazing lifestyle, but yeah.
So, how did you two kind of form your friendship / mentorship?
You know what it is? It was with Django. He's always been my favorite actor in the world. And I've known a lot of his friends from Atlanta. He went to Morehouse. They were also mentors of mine. Famo Amalami, Kenny Leon. These people are mentors of mine. And so I always used to see him at golf tournaments or whatever, but I never really had to end. I feel like really weird talking to people if I'm not working with you. You're an actor. Like, hey, listen, can I just talk to you about acting? But when we were doing Django, we actually sat down and talked a lot about acting. And we talked a lot about Atlanta. We talked a lot about Morehouse and about the Just Us Theater. You see, specific things that are like Atlanta based, and like that's where he came from. That's where he came out of. And we just formed this amazing relationship that I can always reach out to him, which I don't like to reach out like that, but I can just talk to him about certain things. And just watching his moves, you know what I'm saying? He told me, he said, you got to be a working actor. You got to always be working.
And
Like,
that
yeah.
dude works.
He
like
works.
his last check is, like rent is due.
Exactly,
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's made a ton of money.
Of
But
course,
good
yeah.
God, every time I look up,
Yeah.
I'm like,
He has
damn,
a new movie coming
Sam,
out.
save a part for somebody else.
No, why? No, give it to him, man, because
Yeah.
you know you're gonna deliver.
Right.
But yeah, just it's those conversations that we had. We shot Django for 5 or 6 months, and it's just every day, just sitting down talking to him, learning just about the game more than the craft, but just more about the business and just about how to maneuver within it. And I tell you what, that was like. Just doing that movie, period. Talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, talking to Jamie Foxx every day, talking to Reginald Hudlin, talking to Quentin Tarantino just being around all these amazing people. Christoph Waltz and
He's incredible.
he's incredible.
Yeah,
man.
he is
really
really
is. And
incredible.
Walton Goggins was one of the greatest actors in the world, period. Just talking to these cats every day and just learning so much because there was, man, I'm telling you, Leonardo DiCaprio was just willing and able, just willing to give me information. And I was sitting there taking it all. I was like, that thing changed my life. My whole life changed, my whole career, and my mentality changed after doing that movie.
What you described kind of reminds me of what I've heard. What I would call the Olympic effect when in the NBA, when all these great players go to play with each other in the Olympics.
Exactly.
And what you will see afterwards, especially those who are like kind of just coming into their own,
Right.
what happens to them after they have that experience and around these great players and
Exactly.
absorb all this
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
It really does have a rub off effect on their game.
And on your mentality,
Yeah.
period. You walking around, like was the Olympics after we won the bronze, and the next time Kobe comes in 2012, like, oh, this ain't happening this year. Don't even worry about that. And he went Mamba effect on them. You know what I'm saying? Or you talking, or the young kids watching how LeBron and D Wade are moving, and like, oh, watch this. Okay, well, this is how it's done. Yeah, I mean, it's invaluable.
I read a story, and I guess because you're on set, you can tell me whether or not this story is true, or at least you had heard of it, that Jamie Foxx kind of really challenged Leonardo DiCaprio because, he is playing not just a slave owner. He's like playing
Calvin
really the
Candy.
worst slave owner you could possibly imagine.
Right.
And just to have a level of comfort to frankly playing a role where your job is to completely disrespect and dehumanize Black people.
Yeah.
And that they had some real honest conversation so he could kind of get him to that place.
Man, Leonardo he's such a nice dude. And you know, he got this white guilt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to do this. Why
I gotta
did
sit these dogs on these damn Black people.
Jesus, why did I take this role?
All right.
And like, yeah, Jamie was like, man, play, you know, because Leonardo is probably the best actor of my generation. We were the same age. He's the best actor of my generation. You can do this, man. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I did know what Jamie did tell me about that. He was like, yeah, you know, we had to. This was early on. This was before.
This was
before cameras came
right.
up. It's like, yo, do it, man. If you don't do it,
right?
You know, go full slave owner with it. You know, and he was despicable. He was, man. He was really Calvin Candy is one of those characters that I'd never forget.
Yeah.
You know, even if I wasn't in it.
I would love to. I don't know if you asked Sam Jackson is like who were you channeling when you played
Uncle Ruckus?
Uncle Ruckus. Who's that nigga on that neck?
That nigga on that neck. Well, he was playing. It looked like he looked like Uncle Ruckus.
He totally did.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Reginald Helen about. We were out to eat one day. I was like, man, he said he looked just like Uncle Ruckus. I don't know if he's channeling him, but he looks like him.
In the big house.
In the big house. I'm gonna burn the sheets, burn everything. On the bed. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but
it was funny.
laughed.
Now, could you imagine? Like, I'm sitting outside when he's talking. He's doing that whole. Who is that nigga on that? I'm in there.
How'd you hold me in, dog?
How do you not break though? I'm just like looking. I'm like, yo, Sam coming out here shaking and stuff. I'm like, oh God, this is ridiculous.